Hey, hello and welcome back. We're going to go to section 2 in chapter 14 on page 455. All right. And what we're going to do here is we're going to start the process of creating basically an amortization table or an amortization schedule of a mortgage. Okay. And what we're going to look at here are mortgages that they call level payment plans, meaning that the percentage of principal and the percentage of interest that you pay each month is consistent as you work down paying off your loan. Okay? Sometimes they will have things like balloon payment loans, where up front you don't pay the interest and that accumulates, you just accumulate the interest till the end. And so by the end, now you're making balloon payments. The payments balloon, they get bigger, like you're blowing up a balloon, okay? But what we're going to do is level payment plans so that we can figure out, yep, the payment's the same each month, the payment's not increasing, and the amount of principal and interest comes out of that payment each month. So we're going to work through that, what that looks like, okay? So we're going to create a schedule, and so we're going to go line by line to create the schedule, okay? So we'll use the table, of course, to calculate the amount of the monthly payment. So we need to know what the payment is. Then we're going to calculate the amount of interest for each month, and we're going to use our favorite simple interest formula, I equals PRT, where P is the current outstanding balance of the loan, R is the annual interest rate, and T is 1/12, because the time is just 1/12, right? You're figuring it out per month. Then find the portion of the payment used to reduce the principal, okay? So that is how we're going to create our table. So the portion of payment reducing the principal then is the monthly payment minus the interest, and that is what should go towards the principal payment. Then we calculate the outstanding balance, and then the outstanding balance equals the previous balance minus the portion of payment reducing the principal, and then we continue that for each line, okay? So let's work on that. I'm going to use paper instead because I like creating a table when I do this, all right? So what we're going to do is we're going to start out at 0 payments. These are the number of payments: first payment, second payment, third payment, fourth payment, fifth payment, sixth payment, all right? And let's say we borrow $100,000. All right, so I'm going to call this the principal amount. Okay, we're going to have our payment. All right, and then we're going to have a portion of the payment that is principal payment, and interest payment. Sorry that you can't read my writing, but this is interest payment, all right? So that is the payment, that is the principal payment, and that is the interest payment, and then that is the principal. So at 0, let's say we have a $100,000 loan. So at 0 payments, we haven't made a payment at all, so none of my payments. So let's just say we borrowed $100,000, all right? So we borrowed $100,000, and now our first payment, well, we got to figure out what the payments are. The payments are going to be the same all the way down. So let's just say it's a 30-year mortgage. Sorry, I'm encroaching on my last example here. 30 years, we'll say it's at, we'll be kind and say it's at 4%. All right. And 30 years, 4%, that's all we need. All right. So if it's 100,000, that's 100 units, right? 100 units of 1,000. We just need to find our factor to find our payments. So if I go back to the page here, let's go look. So we want 30 years at 4%. 30 years, 4%. It's a factor of 4.77. So 4.77. Okay. So times 4.77. And once we do that, well, that should be $477, right? So our payments are going to be $477 each month. And you can do this for as far down as you want. I don't know if we'll go this far for this explanation, but that's how we're doing it. All right. So what we need to find each month is how much is going towards the principal to knock this down and how much is going towards interest. Well, what we need to do is figure out the interest payment for this month. So for the first payment, how much interest is due on the $100,000? Well, this is where we take, I'm going to put it down here, our simple interest formula. Interest equals principal times rate times time. Okay. The principal is $100,000, right? Because this is our first payment. So it's $100,000. Our rate is 4%, so 0.04. And the time is, it's 1 month. We're figuring the interest on 1 month since we're compounding. And by the way, most mortgages are ordinary. So it's compounded at the end of the month, of the payment period, the end of the month. All right. So 1/12. Okay. So the interest then, if I pull my calculator over, should be, if I turn this on, so 1/12, 1 divided by 12 will equal 0.83333 repeating times 0.04. All right. 0.00333. All right. Times 100,000. So, and we'll round here. So $333.33. I didn't realize I would pick that. So the interest payment is $333.33. Okay. Well, we said the monthly payment was $477. So the amount that's left after we pay interest, because they're going to take the interest out of your payment, is then 477 minus 333.33. All right. So the amount of principal will be $143.67. All right. So that's the amount that comes off of the money you borrowed. All right. That's just how this works. So we'll take 100,000, subtract out 143.67, and that means now what's remaining on the loan is $99,856.33. All right, $99,856.33. Okay, so we go to our second month's payment. Okay, we got to figure out the interest again. All right. I think according to the book, I put the principal payment in the left. It doesn't matter. You're keeping track of it. We just know that whatever amount of your monthly payment is principal payment gets subtracted from the principal so that you figure the interest for the next month. So we got to figure now the interest instead of 100,000, we're going to figure it on 99.85633. So again, we're going to use, it's 4% and 1/12. So 1/12 divided by, or times 0.04 times, now it's 99,856.33. And the interest, okay, $332.85. $332.85. Now notice, interest in the first month was $333. We're now down $332. The interest dropped because our principal dropped. Okay, so we take that amount and subtract it from our monthly payment, $477 minus, there we go, should be $144.15 if we round. Okay, so now that amount will come off of the principal. So 99,856.33 minus 144.15 should equal, now the principal amount is $99,712.18. Okay, now you just continue to do that each month. I'll do one more here. But you'll notice the interest will keep going down each month, and your principal payment each month will continue to go up. All right? And you'll see each month you're paying a little more in your principal. Now, at the beginning, a lot of your payment is going towards interest because the principal is so high. You're paying the interest due each month. You're paying that off. And then the remainder of your payment goes towards principal. The further down you get, as you get closer, remember this is a 30-year loan, right? And so 30 times 12, there's 360 payments. So as you get down past 15 years, so at about 20 years, you're about half your payment is going towards principal then. But as that grows, the faster that grows, the less interest you're paying. So the further down the loan you get, in terms of the amortization schedule, or the amortization table, as I like to call it, the more principal you pay, okay? Because the interest amount gets less and less and less, because the principal gets less and less and less, all right? This also goes to show you, and I wanted to let you know this now, that if you make extra principal payments each month, so let's say I paid an extra $100 here, so now the principal's 90. For my first month, if I paid an extra $100, so instead of $477, let's say I paid $577. Well, that extra $100, since I only owe, that doesn't change the interest payment of $333. That changes the principal payment. So now I paid $243.67. So now this is down $100 to $756. That affects the next month's interest. And so you pay less interest each month. So if you can pay more against the principal each month, if you can afford more towards your payment, that extra money will go towards principal, which then the following months reduces your interest payment, and it saves you interest in the long run. So that $100 now over the 360 payments, and in fact it will actually reduce your payments because it knocks the principal down faster. So over the life of the remainder of that loan, that $100 will actually save you more than $100 in interest. Even if it's just $1 a payment, you know you're making 300 payments. That $100 now saves you $300 in the long run, if that makes sense. Okay? So let's do one more month here. So we know we're going to pay $477. We need to figure the interest for the next month. So now the principal is $99,712.18. So we need to do 1/12, all right, times 0.04 times the new principal of $99,712.18. So that's $332.37. All right, so you notice it's only going down like 50 cents. But this will continue to get bigger. It'll be bigger than 50 cents the further down you get. All right? It already increased. This was 48, I guess. So now it's 49. You can see it. The interest decreased by 48 here, now 49. Or no, I guess that's still 48. But with the rounding, you're going to continue to get bigger and bigger. It'll get bigger. All right? So out of our 477... minus the 333 or 332. So now we are at $144.63. All right, so we subtract that from our principal. So 99,712.18 minus the answer from previous. And now the principal should be $99,567.55. All right. So now you can see it dropped again, and each month the amount of principal will increase, and the difference between each month's principal payment will continue to get bigger. All right. It will exponentially get bigger. Okay, so that's how you do a table. All right, so they did a practice problem, but you can go ahead and use this table format. It's doing the same thing. I'm just working it out in a table format for you. Okay, so on page 457, it wants you to Prepare a table for the first 4 payments. Just practice 2, okay? Of a $125,000 mortgage at 6% for 15 years, and then use the table to find the payment, all right? Practice that. These amortization tables are important, all right? After we do this lesson, for Friday's lesson, I'm going to post an Excel sheet with an amortization table already done for you automatically, all right? So go ahead and practice there on page 457, and I'll be back.